What's up, agents? Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 build video. In today's video, I'm going to showcase an extremely powerful LMG build to mow down NPCs with absolute ease. Playing solo or in a group, legendary, heroic, whatever content you want to be playing in, this build will absolutely destroy that content. I've been tweaking this build for the last few days. I've changed it up so many times, so I apologize. I've taken quite long to post this video, but I do hope you guys appreciate it because I've really been testing so many different combinations, swapping out pieces, and I finally found the perfect combination. So please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. My initial idea for this build was to make a high damage LMG build that can heal us back, or that can give us armor on kill, or just heal us with skills. Because as you guys know, playing in legendary missions, you need some sort of survivability. And I tried so many different combinations, stacking armor on kill. I was lacking in the damage department. I then went back with contractor's gloves because it makes sense with a build like this. And then I actually tried fully going into armor on kill. That didn't work. I tried repair skills using healing skills, kind of momentum, made a hybrid. So many times I changed this build up and I finally found something that works incredibly well in practice. So we have got the GR9 LMG. Don't be fooled by this gun and this talent that I'm going to showcase to you right now. This is basically like a Bullet King, but better. Way more damage. So the GR9 has a large magazine. In the past, steady-handed was never really that popular. Why? Because it was difficult to get those 100 stacks. Because when you're shooting from range, you would have to hit 100 bullets. Normally, you would never get the 100 stacks and then have to reload. Because the GR9 has a big magazine, we can get all of that accuracy and stability, therefore hitting targets from longer ranges. And then because our mag size is big, we can actually get the full 100 stacks, therefore refilling the magazine. Sustained damage is so important in this game. You're getting pushed by 5 or 6 NPCs on legendary. You can never stop firing, therefore mowing them down. They will never even get close to you because they can come around you and swarm you, or they could rush you, swarm you, and then you're in trouble. So this is what I recommend to use with a build like this. High damage LMG build with some armor on kill. We've got a little bit, but I'll talk about that just now. This gun absolutely is perfect. Now, if you want to fight like a boss or burst down a tanky NPC, the infantry MG5 with frenzy is absolutely insane. Now, the reason why I've chosen this is because the magazine size of this gun perfectly suits with the extra 50 round mag. It perfectly suits the frenzy talent. So when the frenzy ends, you shoot like 5 or 6 bullets and then you reload again, then get frenzy back again non-stop. And it just allows Obliterate to last the whole magazine. So when you reload, then shoot back, Obliterate stays active. So it works perfectly with this setup. Frenzy gives us additional damage and rate of fire. The already 800 RPM on this gun, it just absolutely shreds, but you will be reloading quite often. But like I said, I normally use this to burst down bosses. You will see from the gameplay, absolutely incredible combination. Make sure you guys try these two with this setup. I've tried every other LMG under the sun. There are different ways you can use it, like with the Pestilence or Blue Screen, but these two are absolutely amazing. So we've got Obliterate and Vigilance. Now, there are many different ways to run this build. I've got the Sawyer's knee pads to stop myself from getting staggered from the beep beep drones in legendary missions. I will talk about the build in full detail first. You guys can enjoy some gameplay. So you can see I'm going to keep Obliterate up, consistently firing. We've got Vigilance, high amounts of crit damage. We have got 163% crit damage and 100% headshot damage with 110,000 armor on kill. It's not that much, but like I said before, I tried this with the named 511 gloves, with 2 Energeticas, with perfect spotter. Nothing really worked, and it didn't work as well as this setup because you can see we get extra armor on kill from that. The 511 gloves, death grips, we get more armor on kill, but it wasn't worth it. I felt like I'd rather have more damage, therefore getting that 10% from the gunner specialization, it just made sense. So enjoy the gameplay, guys. I just wanted to quickly explain my thought process on this build. Have a look how it works. I have got Providence Defense because we have got a lot of accuracy, which makes the reticle smaller, and the stability. hardly any recoil at all most of the time. Therefore, you can beam NPCs in the head. You can use the chill out mask. There's so many different ways you can change this up. The chill out mask can give you more crit damage. You can roll crit damage here, and then 2 crit damage modifications if you want to go all out crit damage. But for me, the headshots are easy to do, especially being on PC. So this makes more sense, but everything else is going to work well. Contractor's gloves, baseline damage, armor damage, which isn't that important in PvE, but it makes sense to use it because it will help you get rid of the tanky NPCs a bit faster. Then we have got crit chance, crit damage, and then an improvised holster, which allows us to put another crit damage modification. Best thing to use there. So enjoy the gameplay, guys, and I will see you very soon.
They maintain this outpost. The True Sons will be a direct threat to the campus.
Anyone hiding there?
Fuck you up. Right there.
Got a visual on additional hostiles in the memorial compound.
Next one.
This will make your ear break.
Got spare armor.
want to head back up.
Hopefully you guys did enjoy the gameplay. Let's go through the build in detail. The specialization, I'm going to be using Gunner. The main reason is for that 10% armor on kill. Like I explained, I tried with the named gloves with 2 pieces of other sets to give me armor on kill. It didn't work, didn't feel as strong as this combo. And the fact is, we can dish out so much damage and sustain damage. This 10%, we get 10%, 10%, 10% so quickly, your armor will always stay basically full. It's really strong, and I recommend just utilizing this with the 10% armor on kill. Everything else is a bonus. We get some extra rate of fire. We never run out of ammo. Some more weapon handling, which is always appreciated, and then the LMG. But it's up to you guys. You can use whatever specialization you want, but I recommend this for LMGs. But like I say, you must adapt the build to suit your own playstyle. Never just copy what I'm showcasing. LMG damage with the large pouch. Let's take a look at the build so I can explain everything in a bit more detail and to give you guys a bit of insight onto my thought process when constructing this build. Because as I said, this took me quite a long time. Practice is always better than paper, guys. Sometimes something might make sense on paper, but in practice it's trash. And then the one that doesn't look good on paper is actually working in the game when you're playing through a mission. So this is one of those builds that I think look good on both paper and practice. Now, with this setup, let me quickly talk about how much armor we have and the guns I've chosen. So I've got 1.1 million armor. I tried with more, I tried with less. We want to try get a little bit of armor on kill, but also still having enough reds to dish out huge amounts of damage. So that is up to you. I recommend 1.1 million. I know we've spoken about how they work. You guys know how the actual talents work. If you missed it, go to the beginning of the video, guys. I mentioned this earlier. Steady-handed is incredible. You guys saw I never have to reload. Obviously, sometimes you do if I miss my shots, but that depends on you. Great, works well. You can use different LMG variations, but I wanted to try the new gun, and it really works well. So make sure you give this a try with damage to armor rolled on it, and also the modifications that I'm using. It comes with the crit chance, which the scope's not that bad. We've got crit damage, which you'll probably be surprised by, crit chance, and then crit chance again. So I have actually got some extra crit damage. 10% crit damage is no joke. That's really, really good. Now you can use whatever you want. There's more rounds. Easily can get more rounds, but 10% crit damage because we never have to reload anyway. So it makes sense to utilize that. Rate of fire could actually be really good as well. If you cannot get the buff to stack, or you maybe struggle with the talent, so you use something else, you could use reload speed, 50 round pouch, whatever you want. It doesn't matter, but I recommend the crit damage. It works great. Then we've got crit chance and crit chance right there, and the cyber black camo looks quite sexy. Same as the infantry MG5. I did try it without a magazine, but this is what we want. When the frenzy talent runs out, we want to reload. We want to have most of the mag under the frenzy talents, then we don't waste time shooting, trying to get it back. So this kind of balances out really well. The 50 rounds is necessary to give us that amount. So when we just get rid of the frenzy talent when it ends, we only have to shoot like 6 to 10 bullets, and then the frenzy, we have to reload again, then the frenzy comes straight back. Then we just absolutely melt once more, which is really, really good. So I recommend using the 50 round pouch. I guess it depends. Then we have got crit chance and crit chance again with crit chance there. So the build itself, now the pistol, I didn't use it. I keep forgetting to. I'm too focused on showcasing the weapon, but the orbit's great for that extra crit damage. So definitely use this. I recommend it. So with this setup now, I could potentially use the chill out mask. The chill out mask, we can roll crit damage and then put 2 crit damage modifications, which is good. That's all great. But with the amount of accuracy and stability we have, and especially the fact that I am on PC, I can hit my headshots quite well, especially closer range. But in legendary content, you might not. But if you're getting pushed, this is non-situational damage. If you're not critting, you still dish out the damage. So 100% of your bullets will do damage because of the headshot damage multipliers or the increase. Crit damage, you only crit 60% of the time, so 40% of your bullets are not critting. It's all RNG, but headshot damage is very strong. That's why I've gone for the Providence, which is more damage than the chill out mask anyway. So make sure you guys do utilize this. Give it a try. Even if you're on console, it's so easy to control that LMG once you get those stacks up. It's quite good. So I would recommend this. You can use the chill out mask with crit damage. You can even use the named Jarl gear mask, which gives you health damage. Health damage is quite good, especially when you're playing in New York. There's so many different ones you can use. It's really, really up to you what kind of combination you want to be using. But for me, this is the way that I want to use it. Then it's quite simple. Crit chance from the Cheska, crit damage from the GoPro. Then we have got Contractor's Gloves baseline incremental damage from the LMG with multiplicative damage to armor. Very, very good. Sawyer's knee pads, stacking damage, and you don't get staggered, which is really good. Some explosive resistance as well. I don't know why it's got health on it. I wish it was hazard protection, but anyway. Then why have we got improvised a piece? Here's the thing. So how are we going to get crit damage? There's not many ways we can get crit damage on this build. So the improvised holster allows us to get up to 24% crit damage if you have a max roll and a max modification, which is good. This is simple. I've spoken about this before. This works great. Make sure you guys give it a go. So if you didn't want to use the Sawyer's knee pads, for example, and you kind of wanted to move around a bit more, I recommend it. But if you don't want to use it, go for something else. What you could do is just swap out, put a Providence and then Coyote's mask, or you could utilize maybe a one-piece Walker Harris for that weapon damage. If you want to turn it into a full-on crit build, Walker Harris knee pads, and then you can actually, or Fox's Prayer for damage 2 targets out of cover could be really good. And then Coyote's mask, more crit damage from closer range. That could work well. So it's up to you guys. You need to think about what you're going to be doing in the game. Close range heroic missions, long range legendaries. I recommend this. This setup is more spec'd into both. It's good at legendaries because trust me guys, those beep beep drones will smack you out of cover and you die immediately. It's really difficult. So I recommend this, but it's up to you. And the 30% extra damage is crazy good. So now that I've explained that, let's go through the talents. So Obliterate works well because we're always shooting. We never lose it. Why haven't I used the Pulse? Because let's have a look. Let me try and put the link laser pointer on this gun. Even the named one with perfect flatline, we cannot put it on. Therefore, we need to use a manual Pulse. Therefore, we would need to use the special mask. So if you wanted to use that combination, you could. I initially tried this build that way. So we have got a masker that lowers the cooldown of the Pulse by 100%, the Night Watcher. You can put this on, therefore you can pulse, but I feel like you're losing out on so much damage because of this. So I wouldn't recommend it. And trust me guys, steady-handed is such a good talent. That's why I didn't go along this direction. But you can use this with the named LMG, this variation, which give the Dare LMG. Then you could use Uzina Getica chest and a Uzina Getica holster, therefore giving yourself more armor on kill. And then you could go for Contractors or the 511 gloves, more armor on kill. There's so many different ways you can swap this up and change it up, but I think this is a very unique build and it works really well. So let's take a look at each piece. Providence, we have got now crit damage and crit chance is the main focus. The extra headshot damage is a bonus for me, but it's up to you guys. Like I mentioned earlier, you can change this up as much as you want. So we've got crit damage, crit chance with a crit damage modification, headshot damage 15%, Grupo for the extra crit damage, damage chance, crit damage modification, weapon damage, all reds. Obliterate, nice amount of damage, easy to stack up, works well. It also works with this even though you're reloading all the time. Then we got the improvised holster, crit damage, crit chance, and then a crit damage modification. Cheska bag, crit chance, 10% with chance damage and damage, crit damage modification. Gloves, Contractor's damage to armor with crit chance. Then the Sawyer's knee pads, stack them up. Now you can still keep a stack for 10 seconds. So when you stack it up, you can still move around and hit out that damage, and it stacks pretty quick. I mean, you can, even 1 or 2 seconds, it's still worth it because you're getting that extra damage. And the fact is you ignore explosions, which is great. I know Demolitionist allows you to do that, but this gets you around it and still get the main use out of Gunner. So I do recommend these knee pads. They work really well. Defender drone, I don't really know what you want to be using there. Deflect duration. Armor repair doesn't work on this thing. Health works. It depends on what mods you have. I don't have the best mods. Duration and health I recommend for the decoy. The decoy is great for just hiding. You could use a disruption EMP sticky for the robot dogs or the any kind of like mini tanks that push you. That works wonders. It's up to you what you want to be using. So the statistics, let's take a look. 60 crit chance, 163 crit damage, 100 headshot damage, 13% armor damage. We got 110,000 armor on kill, which is really good. This build works wonders, guys. Give it a try. Almost 20% explosive resistance because of our Shade Tech watch. Very nice. I think this build is very good. It's a lot of fun. It's taken me a while to make this. Like I said before, guys, there's so many different ways I try to make this. I tried so many combinations, but this combination by far was the most effective. So give it a try. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I will be seeing you guys very soon in the next video. Peace out.